Others want to complete our work in an appropriate way. So with that, military force. We are grateful to both of you for your service to our country and your willingness.
The United States has the legal authority to prosecute campaigns against the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and associated forces, including ISIS, and is not currently seeking any new or additional congressional authorization for the use of force. The 2001 AUMF remains a cornerstone for ongoing U.S. military operations and continues to provide legal authority relied upon to defeat this threat in Iraq and Syria or ISIS. The United States must retain the proper legal authorities to ensure that nothing restricts or delays our ability to respond effectively and rapidly to terrorist threats to the United States. Secretary Mattis and I, along with the rest of the administration, are completely aligned on this issue.
Secretary Mattis, we thank you also for being here and your extraordinary service, not only as Secretary, but through.
This has been a long 16-year global conflict characterized by a very different form of warfare, specifically terrorism, fueled by extremism aimed at innocents around the globe. Traditional campaigns to protect our people must adapt to the reality of today's non-traditional transnational character of this fight. The 2001 and 2002 authorizations to use military force, or AUMF, remain a sound basis for ongoing U.S. military operations against a mutating threat we must make for the common defense. I recognize that it is incumbent. War is fundamentally unpredictable. We cannot put a firm timeline on conflict against an adaptive enemy who would hope that we haven't the will to fight as long as necessary. Instead, we must recognize that we are in an era of frequent skirmishing, and we are more likely to end this fight sooner if we don't tell our adversary the day we intend to stop fighting.
Chairman, first I want to welcome Senator King to our committee. It's not the first time he's attended our hearings, and it's nice. Would you agree that there is no congressional authorization for the use of military force against North Korea? I understand the President's authorities under Article 2. There's an imminent threat against the United States. He has certain powers, but as far as congressional authorization, there is no authorization. Is that correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
I believe the President has Article 2 authority only.
Thank you. Can you just explain very briefly what our mission was in Nigeria when the tragedy occurred and under what legal authority those troops were there?
Troops are there under Title 10 in a train and advise role. The letter from the President, from President Obama in 2013 to the President Pro Tem of the Senate and the Speaker of the House talks to the total number of U.S. military deployed there in 2013 was 100 in furtherance of U.S. national security interests, as President Obama's report to you. That continues to be the case at this time.
But this Prime Minister is asserting authority himself over other